Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? You look like a nice, trustworthy crowd. Can I let you in on a little secret? I love dick. I love it. As long as I'm wearing it and giving it to somebody else. I came out 33 years ago. Never been married, but I do have 3 kids. I have a 15-year-old named Wonka. He's a Chihuahua. I have a 5-year-old named Gucci. She's a cat. And I have an 80-year-old named Mom. I love my mom very much. I was adopted, and I think my parents went through it a little bit when they watched me grow up. They got this beautiful little 4-day-old baby girl, and they had the dreams of me growing up to be the girly girl with the traditional wedding and all the girly things. And instead, they got somebody that can fix everything in the house and build a shed in the backyard in 24 hours. But they're proud of me, they love me, and they've always been very supportive. And when they realized that I was a shy and introverted kid, they sent me to the Dale Carnegie course. He wrote How to Win Friends and Influence People. Now I'm 51, I have 3 friends, they're all here tonight. And I'm under the influence sometimes. I'm 51. I was born the year Pablo Picasso died. Google it later, it's true. I recently started dating again. Let me rephrase that. I recently accepted the fact that I'll probably be dying alone. It gets daunting as you get older, right? When you're in your 20s and you get your heart broken, everybody tells you the same thing. Let's all say it together. There's plenty of fish in the sea, right? You got the whole ocean. You got lots of hope, right? Then you hit your 30s, and that ocean becomes an Olympic-sized swimming pool. There's plenty of lanes to pick from. It's warm, inviting. You can dive right in. Then you get to your 40s and up, and that pool becomes a puddle in the parking lot of a Waffle House in Paducah, Kentucky. It's a drag queen's wig floating around, couple hypodermic needles, and if you walk too close to the puddle, somebody's going to rush out of the darkness and be like, "Those are mine." But aging is rough, right? Some more doctor visits, some hospital stays. And I was in the hospital 2 years ago looking like a power strip with 3 IV lines coming out of my arms and a tube coming out of my chest. And I realized that being in the hospital is kind of like being in jail. You're confined to a room. You eat what they bring you when they bring it to you. You can't leave until they tell you you can leave. And sooner or later, somebody's going to see you take a crap. Aging is rough for our pets, too. More vet visits. And for them, I think going to the vet's like an alien abduction. They get put in a shiny vehicle, taken to a strange place with tall, skinny creatures and bright lights. They get poked and prodded, something gets stuck up their butt. And they get put back in that shiny vehicle, taken home, and 10 minutes later, they don't remember what happened. The fun part about doing drugs is that every once in a while, you get a good arrest story out of it. Now, most people's arrest story revolves around what they were doing when they got arrested, why they got arrested. Mine revolves around what happened when I got out. I went up to the window to get my belongings, and she's handed me my wallet, my keys, my cigarette, my lighter. And then she handed me a piece of paper and said, "You're going to have to come back tomorrow to pick this up." So I started reading the paper, and I realized that they had booked my little friend separately from me. So a couple weeks later, when I was traveling to Alaska, I got pulled aside by TSA. And they said that the scanner showed an anomaly in my groin area. And I said, "That's impossible. That thing is still in jail." But then I got to thinking a few years later, and I decided to go a little rogue, and I did a jailbreak of my little buddy Willie. Because I figure if it's good enough to get booked by the LASD, it's good enough to ride shotgun in my car while I ride the carpool lane on my way down here to do comedy. So I used to be a Catholic Sunday school teacher. Really did. I really was. I wasn't baptized a Catholic. We converted when I was in middle school. And by the time I got out of high school, I was no longer a Catholic. When we went to see Pope John Paul II in Miami, a bolt of lightning struck 5 feet away from him. And that made me question some things. But what really did it for me was I realized I'm just not a fan of being on my knees. But the Catholic Church is a fan of lesbians. They really are. They accept us. But they call them nuns. Thank you, everybody. I'm Chris Fiddler.
All right, Chris Fiddler. All right. Your next comic coming to the stage right now, she is originally from LA. Please welcome Carolyn Glasser.